Hola estudiantes y bienvenidos a la clase de español en línea. Soy la doctora Nemchik, pero pueden llamarme profe. I'm Dr. Nemchik. You will get to know me as profe in our online Spanish class. So welcome. I hope you are all set to get into a very intensive Spanish learning experience. You are going to be in this 6-week session learning a semester's worth of Spanish because we have to do 4 credit hours worth, the same as you would in a regular semester. So it will be intensive. And you'll hear this from me, from our SI, and from our course assistants probably throughout the time period of this summer session. So just be prepared for that. Make sure that you please keep up with the schedule and that you are ready to go. Okay, so a little bit about the class. Your e-text is available through my Spanish Lab. The information about my Spanish Lab and how to register and where to get this is on our homepage on OnCourse, and there's also some information in this introductory unit module. So make sure you register for my Spanish Lab. That's where you will do a lot of your homework, not everything, but much of your homework will be found there. And also your textbook is in access through my Spanish Lab. Okay, the syllabus can be found under the syllabus tab. You can see all the tabs in the left-hand menu. It's very important. It talks about what our week looks like. It talks about course expectations. It lets you know what is due for each chapter and when. So please use that. Keep up with it. I do a great deal in the modules as well, but it's very important that you follow the syllabus. What else? For this course, we do have a fabulous supplemental instructor, Lindsay, and Lindsay will be consulting with you to find out when would be the best times to hold online SI sessions. She will also put together some resources that will go within the modules for those who may not be able to attend the SI no matter when it's being held. So keep up with that. We also will have a great course assistant, Sarah Fields. She will be assisting me with the assignments in my Spanish Lab, and she will also be holding online conversation hours. These conversation hours are very important. They will help you with using the Spanish language in an oral form, which you don't get a lot of opportunity for that in an online course. And they will help to prepare you for your online oral exam, which will happen at the end of the summer session. So everything that you will need for a unit or a chapter will be found in the modules. So make sure you access the modules all the time. Okay, keep up with them. Go through every single module. Even if you assume that you know what is in there, it may not always be the case. So just be careful to read through every one of the modules for each chapter. I have them broken down into individual pieces. So for example, one of the resources we're going to be using for homework and practice is called Duolingo. That gets its own module. Your posts that you will be making in the composition forums gets its own part of the module. And the reason for this is I found that when I used to put too many things together in a single part of a homework module, that it was easy to skip over parts. And by having it broken down into sections of a module, each time you go to one of those, you'll get a little check mark showing you accessed it. So you can also keep track of knowing that you've done all the work. To start off this week, you have a few videos to watch. I want you to carefully read the syllabus. There is a syllabus quiz, and it does count towards your tests and surveys grade. You need to get registered for my Spanish Lab. You need to do the tutorial videos there that will help you with navigating it, making sure that you can do recording exercises. That's doing browser tune-ups. If you have any issues or questions with these things, please post them in our general discussion forum here on the OnCourse site, because if you're having some problems or if you have questions, it's more than likely that others do as well, and it's easier if we can all discuss them together. If you have problems or questions of more personal nature, of course, email me, and you can send it to my IU East email. In fact, one of the other things you are supposed to do for this week, or this introductory couple of days actually, is to send me an hola email. And the purpose of this is so that you show me you know how to access my email and to send me messages. I do not use the message function on OnCourse. I have that turned off, and the reason for that is I've had problems with too many messages getting lost in the OnCourse system. So the only way I send messages through OnCourse is in announcements. So anytime you get a message from me, it will come from the announcements page. So we're going to be going into this full force. It's going to take a great deal of time. I explained this in the syllabus. You should expect to be spending around 16 hours a week, and some of you it will take more, especially if you've never studied a language. The great thing, though, about studying a language in a summer session where it's so intensive and everything happens at once is the retention is incredible. The language acquisition is very, very high when you do it in this type of an intensive setting. So if you have the time and you know you can commit to this, please don't feel overwhelmed or daunted by the thought of how much time it's going to take. Instead, look at the positive end of this. Look at what you're going to come out with at the end of this summer session. That you're going to be making steps towards a functional fluency in the language. And especially if you continue on to S150, it will get you even further. Okay, so let's get started. We only have a couple of days for this introductory unit, and then on Wednesday, May 21st, we are going to go full force with Capítulo 1, with the first chapter. And we only have 1 week per chapter, so it's going to be a quick thing, and then we'll be through. So let's get started. Let me know if you have any questions. Adios.